That's President Trump leaving the White House this evening shortly after an Oval Office meeting with some Parkland families. The group Stand with Parkland was at the White House to discuss the launch of schoolsafety.gov. It's a website they say will educate the public about the best ways to implement security measures and practices at schools.
Now, one man who is not there is Fred Guttenberg, the father of one of the victims of the massacre in Parkland. CBS 4's Carey is live in Deerfield Beach with what Fred Guttenberg has to say about this project and about how he ended up in handcuffs last week in Washington. Carey?
Well, Elliot, this was the first time that Fred Guttenberg had spoken down with us and talked about what happened at the State of the Union last week. He apologized, but he said he's pleased that what occurred eventually grew into a conversation about gun safety. Our conversation with him today also comes on the same day, as you mentioned, that a number of Parkland families affiliated with the group Stand with Parkland met with the president to unveil that new federal school safety website. Last week, at President Trump's State of the Union address, Fred Guttenberg reacted. When the president spoke about protecting the Second Amendment, Guttenberg, whose daughter Jamie died in the Parkland shooting, lost it.
A free nation.
On Monday, Guttenberg explained what he said, and he apologized for it.
9 words. What about victims of gun violence like my daughter? That's it. I wish I didn't. And so to anyone who got upset with me for it, I sincerely apologize.
But what he won't apologize for is why he said it.
It just was a way for me to be the voice of my daughter. That's all I thought. It's like, what about my daughter? This is, I want to do something so that there aren't more kids like her.
Guttenberg said he was detained, but he was eventually released and said he's grateful that his removal from the State of the Union renewed a conversation about gun safety. On Monday, the conversation turned to school safety and the unveiling of a new federal website called schoolsafety.gov, which brings together best practice information for schools nationwide so they can be better protected. Max Schachter, whose son Alex is one of the Parkland victims, spearheaded the effort to get it approved by the federal government.
What are low-cost, no-cost measures? So that's what the federal government is looking at.
Schachter said the new measure takes lessons from the Parkland shooting. Schoolsafety.gov recommends that all schools incorporate things like threat assessments, anonymous reporting tip applications, active shooter response policies, among other things. And it's available online for all schools nationwide.
We wanted to make these foundational elements applicable to all schools in all demographics.
The president met with members of the advocacy group Stand with Parkland, which is made up of some of the families of the Parkland victims. Fred Guttenberg said he's not part of that group and said he was not informed or aware of the meeting, but he said he's impressed and encouraged by the work the group is doing.
Because really what it was is a meeting to highlight some great work that some of those families have been doing on school safety. And I support that.
As you can imagine, this week is very difficult for the families of the Parkland victims and everyone touched by this tragedy. Friday marks 2 years since the shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. Fred told me that he is focused on honoring his daughter. They're preparing to hand out 14 college scholarships. That's through money that's been raised through Orange Ribbons for Jamie. He's also promoting an upcoming fundraiser at the Parker Playhouse, a night of comedy where several stand-up comedians will perform. That is next Wednesday at the Parker Playhouse. He said he feels it's important for the community to come together and to laugh. Live in Deerfield Beach, Carey, CBS 4 News.
Carey, thank you very much for that. Yet again.